Hi, this is Eric Elder. I'd like to show you how to take a book that you've written on your computer and upload it to Amazon so that you can make it available to the world. I'm going to share my screen here, and you can see the document that I've created here with pages on the Mac. And it has the title page, a thank you page on the left, a table of contents on the right, and then it goes through the whole book, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, all the way through 21 chapters. And I have formatted this book to be about this size. It's a small book, about 4.375 inches by 7 inches, and I like this little format, so that's how I formatted the document. I simply take and export it, file export, and you can do this in any word processing program. Export it as a PDF file, best quality. Save, and it will take the name that I have, Write With Me by Eric Elder and Friends. I've given it a date and called it interior, and now it's creating a PDF file of my interior of my book. Now there's a second file I need too, and that's the cover file. If you create your own cover, you can also just create it up on Amazon and use their tools, but I like to create it in Pages also. So I've created a cover here. On the right is the front of the book, on the left is the back of the book, and along the edge here in the middle is the spine of the book. So this will fold and wrap around the book, but they want it as one complete file. So I'm going to export that as a PDF. File, export to PDF. Export, save, and it will have a name, Write With Me, full cover, and I put the date, export, and that will create a PDF. So now we have these two PDF files, our inside and our outside of our book, and I'll show you how to upload that to Amazon. We'll go to a window here in my browser, and I'll type kdp.amazon.com. KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, and it's just a company of Amazon, KDP, and you can upload your book for Kindle ebook format or for a paperback or hardback printing. I'm going to sign in using just my regular Amazon account. If you haven't created a KDP account, it will ask you if you want to create one, and then you can click on here and create a new title. So I'm going to create a title, and I want a paperback. And then we'll go through some questions. Ask me about my book, ask me about the content, upload the files, and then the pricing. So it says what language. It's in English. I'll say Write With Me is the title. Subtitle. I'll just copy it from my document. The Ultimate Guide to Write and Self-Publish That Book on Your Heart. Is this a series? No. Is there an edition, different edition? No. Author, first name, Eric Elder, and then a description of the book. I'm going to take the description from the back of my book, which is on the back cover here. And it says, do you have a book on your heart? Don't know where to start, don't know how to finish? I'll show you how. And I'll paste that up there. You can add more to your description later. I'm just going to paste that, format it just a little bit. And then it says, I've written and self-published over 35 books. This is number 36, and helped dozens of others do the same. I'd love to help you, Eric Elder. Then here are some endorsements. And I'll go ahead and say endorsements. And these are actually from inside my book. And I'll copy and paste these. Copy and paste. These are readers who have read my book, or they've taken my class, or I've worked with them personally. And so they make nice endorsers. And it also gives a chance to promote their books too, because I've listed the books that they've written. And I say at the bottom, you can do this. I'm glad to show you how. So that's a description. There's still 1,700 remaining characters. I could put maybe the table of contents in there. In fact, let me grab that from the beginning of the book. And that will at least say what's in the book that they're about to read or about to buy. Copy that. Let's see if it pastes. I'll put that up at the top. And contents. There we go. And it's got page numbers. I don't need these, but right with me, the beauty of self-publishing. Think books, not book. Which book do you want to write first? What's your main theme? And so on. The hard part is coming up with all of this, laying it all out, writing it, and now we're on to the easier part, which is just uploading it. So it can be hard for people, but once I show you how, now it'll say endorsements, and here are a few comments. Then I've got the reader comments. So this is all my description. I still have 975 words left in the description. I could put other things in here, books that I like, books that I've read on writing. And then when anyone searches on Amazon for those books, it might also pull up mine and say, hey, I really like this book. And if you like this book, you might like this book. So that's a description. Publishing rights. I own the copyright. Yes, I do. Primary audience. Is this adult content over age 18? No. Reading age optional. I'm not going to select that. Primary marketplace. I'm going to do it here in the US, Amazon.com. Categories. Here's where you can make some decisions. Which category do you want this to be listed in? All right, it doesn't seem to be that category. I'm going to look at some writing categories on Amazon and see what categories other books on writing are. How to write and self-publish books. Book. Self-publish on Amazon and Audible. Self-publish a children's book. Self-publish your book. Let's try this one. It's sponsored, so they're putting some money into this one. We'll see what category it says. It's in the category authorship reference, writing reference. So let's look back at our choices here. Choose categories. Let's see if there's a reference section. Reference. This is a reference book. Writing, researching, and publishing guides. Publishing and books or writing. We'll take writing. We'll say general. Add another category. Select one. We'll also say reference. This time we'll choose writing. We'll choose publishing. And we'll choose authorship. Save categories. So now I have these two categories, a reference book on writing and a reference book on publishing. Add another category. We get a third one here. We'll take a reference. And some people might be writing fiction, writing research publishing, and writing, let's say, fiction. And save categories. Now it wants the keywords that I would be using. I'll say self-publishing, hyphen out, publishing on KDP, publish on Amazon, memoir, writing tips, let's say book writing, book publishing. Right, save and continue. And it's saving. Now you can choose a free ISBN. You need an ISBN number. That's your like a barcode that will go on the back of the book. You can either get a free one or I want to use my own. And it's asking what my own is. So I'll take it from the book. I bought a block of these years ago. And so I have them, but you can also get them for free now. So I'll paste in my ISBN number. What imprint is it? I publish under Elder Ministries. That's the name I registered with this block of barcodes. You see it had an error earlier. It wants my ISBN number without hyphens. So I'm going to take the hyphens out. So now I'm going to upload the manuscript. This is my interior. Loading. This may take a few minutes, so I may shorten the video. But there it was, save successful. Then upload your cover file. I'll pick that. And it says uploading. Save successful for the cover. So we'll wait for that same message to pop up. Cover uploaded successfully, processing your file. So now it's processing both of these files to run it through a series of automated checks to make sure the ISBN number matches the ISBN on the inside of the interior that I've already created. It will also check for margins, and if anything's hanging over a margin, it will give me a warning. And it's going to create this preview for me so I can look at what the book will look like when it prints here on the screen. And it says the cover was uploaded successfully. Now it says to launch the previewer. And here is a preview of what my book will look like when it's printed. It shows some errors. The text is outside of the margins on these certain pages. So if we go to page 6, it shows that my top is too high and my page numbers are too low. And that's going to be the case throughout the book. So I'll need to adjust those. And this object is outside the margins. That's the same thing. So I'm going to go back to my book. I'm going to change a little bit of my margins. Document. My header of my book is at 0.2. I probably need to make that 0.25. And my footer is 0.15. I probably need to make that 0.25. Let's see how that looks. Let's go back and see it again. At 1.5, that's down there. At 2.5, that's up there. And the top is 0.2. And we want to make it 0.25. That should be safe now. So I'm going to save it again. I'm going to save, and I'm going to export as a PDF. And I'll put the time on this one now too, so I'll know it's a different file. And it is 12 noon. I'll say 12 p.m. Export. And we'll go back, exit the print previewer. I'll go back down and upload this interior again, upload the manuscript. This time I want the one that says 12 p.m. I'll upload that. That is finished, and it says the manuscript has uploaded successfully. Now it's processing the file. And it says it was uploaded successfully and processed. So I'm going to launch the previewer, and we'll see if there are any errors, and then flip through the book. Perfect. There are no errors this time. And the cover looks good. The text along the spine is definitely within the red and black lines, and certainly within the red and black lines, and it's certainly within the white and black lines where the fold will actually be. The red lines are showing where the suggested cutoff is, but the black and white lines, for instance, around the exterior, that's where they're actually going to cut the book. So I want to be sure you're in the safety zone here. And the back is here, and it looks good. They've added the barcode to it with that number that I gave them. We can flip through the book. Here's page 1 in the back, in the interior, chapter 1. And you can see the margins, the headers and footers are now in the right places. Page numbers. We flip through and go straight to the last page. Everything's looking good. Endorsements. And I'll say approve. Now, I'm not actually publishing it on Amazon. That's a separate button that comes later. And don't hit that yet. But I'm just approving that it looks good on screen. There's a third section here where we want to price the book. So we'll go to the bottom. It says it's going to cost me $2.15 to order a copy of this, which is terrific. That's my author rate. And then I can pick a price for what selling point I want online for this book. I want to sell it in all territories. I'm going to sell it on Amazon. And it says the printing cost will change on June 20th. On Amazon, I would like to make $5. So let's say if I sell it for $7.99, how much do I make? I will only make $2.64. So I'm going to say $12.99. Let's see what that makes. $5.64. I like that. Request a proof or publish your paperback. Now you can just request a proof copy and get one in the mail. I'm just going to go ahead and publish it. And now it should pop up a screen that says the Amazon reviewers will look at it. Here it says, next we'll review your book to ensure it meets KDP's guidelines for book details, content, and quality. If it passes our review, it can take up to 72 hours to be available for purchase on Amazon. So they're going to review it, and then they'll send me an email when it's ready to publish online. And it says, write with me, the ultimate guide to write and self-publish that book on your heart. Perfect. And that's it for uploading a book to Amazon.